Another day, another slice of life anime. And again, I understand that I've been recommending some slice of life animes as of late, but man, spring 2026 has been fucking stacked. And the Ramparts of Ice is no exception to that. And two episodes in, after watching this little show here, I actually like it. I think this is really good. I think this show has a lot of potential, and honestly, it's diving into like a really nice subject matter that is nothing new, again, if you have watched your fair share of slice of animes. But to give you like a little bit of a synopsis of what the show is all about to anyone who's interested, I'll read it right here. Inept at dealing with people, Koyoki Hikawa maintains a wall between herself and others. She spent her times in high school away from others, all alone, and at least until she encounters Minato Amamiya, who keeps closing the distance between them for some reason. The aloof Koyuki, the popular Miki, the boundless Minato, and the easygoing and kind basketball team member Yoda. This is the story of these somewhat complicated four and their tantalizing, bumbling youth. So, as simple as it gets, where I think this is a show from these two episodes that tackles on social anxiety, and I really feel like the show is doing it like pretty good so far. I mean, for starters, the art style and the animation for this thing is really gorgeous. The fact that this is under Studio Kai that gave us recently with Sense to Be a Hero has already got me like glued and hooked on the show instantaneously. And then on top of it, we got characters in the show that honestly, like when you watch the show, you would at least know at some point if you ever been in high school, you come across these type of characters at one point where you always have like the self introvert person who doesn't want to like be friends with anyone because they're like really hard to get to used to, and you have others that are like super outgoing, that are like friends with everyone, that everyone knows like what they do in their day-to-day lives, so to speak. And then you have like your typical like jockey, basketball or football person, what have you. And again, these characteristics are played off pretty well and depicted pretty well from these two episodes alone. And again, I really do like this interpretation of our main character, Hikawa, who she's essentially the girl where throughout her life she's always been like someone who's super introverted, and everyone just keeps assuming that, oh, she must be super like silent, like she must be like a princess or something, or she must be someone that's super hard to approach, and like she's like a bitch at times and blah blah blah. And I like how it sets the stage of like, okay, here's your main girl, here's clearly the main guy. Okay, something's gonna happen, some chemistry, what have you. And you would think that would be boring as shit. But in today's second episode, and the reason why I want to talk about this now, is that it instantly throws a curveball when they introduced one another secondary main guy character with, if I'm not mistaken, with Yota, and he instantly proves to be like the one tiny little glimpse that actually breaks that barrier between Hikawa's like anxiety, social anxiety barriers, and Yota, who's this big, outspoken person who is really chill with anyone he's with. And I like that. And it really like sets the groundwork of like, okay, who is Hikawa actually gonna be with? Is it gonna be with um like this one dude that's in this show, or another dude in this show? And now I'm actually just left like even more curious and intrigued like how this is going to play off, and how these said character developments of our main character here, Hikawa, is going to roll over throughout the show. And I don't know how long the show's going to be, since this is also unfortunately under Netflix streaming services at the moment. But I think if there's anything to write home about, I'm at least looking forward to a new episode of the show, just as long as it keeps the momentum going. I'm hoping that it doesn't like dive away and then just starts going into like the same nonchalant slice of life cliche BS that we come to know and expect at this point. Because again, same thing with another slice of anime I talked about not too long ago. I think that this one's going to either be a home run or it could be a bit of a misfire. But who knows? Two episodes in though of the Ramparts of Ice, it's really good. I highly would recommend this, checking it out once again for anyone that's a slice of life anime connoisseur. And again, I know I've been busy with the anime recommendations here and there, but man, like I said, there's too many shows that's coming out right now. Once again, I'm trying to keep up and talk about each one and give my first thoughts before we go into my final thoughts when the shows itself ends. And that's all I want to talk about. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Later.